Hello. So this video is to help people who are having a hard time changing themselves, or are having problems with accountability, or just want to study themselves or change themselves for the better and don't know how to do that. So this is how it works for me. I don't know how well it'll work for you, but again, this is like part of my self series guide. So hopefully it helps you. If it doesn't, then go entertain yourself somewhere else. So something that's helped me out through a couple mental crises in the past few days is boom. So we can get this right. This little circle here. So think of top left. Think of how to do things. Think of things I need to do. Think about how to do things, how to do them, and then doing them. So like getting my big vision, or vision is a dream with action. Kevin Gates, right? So you have a dream, you have a concept, what you want to be, what you need. You have an idea of things that you need to do. I need to lose weight. I need to learn how to learn better. So, I need to break those big dreams down to things I know I can do, make them right, organize it, have organization to whatever ways it works for you, so that you can accomplish a certain task in a reasonable amount of time, like in a day, and that's realistic for you to actually do. Otherwise, you're not going to do your dreams, so it's pointless. And then doing them, right? That's the last step. So you skip a step, it'll become really difficult for you. Dreams don't happen in a day, and right, you need organization and stuff. So this is this is what works for me. So this concept applies to any like writable surface. So if you don't have the tools that I'm about to talk about, or the resources to be able to get them, access to the resources, then you can write this on a piece of paper or on your phone. It doesn't really make a difference. This is just the way I wanted to do it, so I did it this way. So I went to Menards it says $17.79 for a 4x8 sheet of white wall, like a whiteboard. These are 2x4, so I forget how much these were. I think they were like $4 a piece. Like I think they were around, but the government's messing with their money, so I can't really tell you how much it is now. Go look it up. 2 foot and top by 4 foot whiteboard things. I used a stud finder to find the studs. If you don't have a stud finder or access to one, you can use a wrench. Just tap on the wall. It'll sound different where the stud is. The point of knowing where the studs are is you want to screw the whiteboards into the stud and not the drywall, so it'll fall out. Your landlord will be mad at you. These are like, this is a 10-year-old box of screws that my dad had laying around. I pick up random screws on the ground, I throw them in here just to use them. Like, it's as because the thing, it's only like an eighth of an inch thick, the actual dry board material, like the dry boards. So it just like not a long screw. You don't need a long screw. There's like 2 inches, I think. You'll be fine. Just use a couple. So like I have, and I wanted it here, but I didn't know where the studs were, so I had to like adjust accordingly. So this one, the screws in the middle. This one, they're like kind of staggered right here, and then this one, they're like, you got 3 of them. So it's like, and then there's like, I put little tiny tacks in the corners because they were like kind of popping out, and then I super glue. So just like, this was a little side quest project. Helps me out. So this is my idea of thinking of things that I have to do. This is like brainstorming board, overarching say, I don't know, weekly ideas, or taking like my dreams and trying to just like fracture them into like really big pieces and trying to like understand what those mean literally or logically, because a lot of things don't really make sense, so I just gotta rebound with myself through time. And then we go to the left board. This is like analogously thinking of how to do them. So this is like on a day-to-day basis. These are things that I will absolutely, in the left corner here, I will absolutely do these things today. That's how I hold myself accountable. That's how I can actually do the science and make sure the science works. So if you need to do something, if you have to do something and you can't do it, then like you you can't account for yourself in the future, and others can't count on you. And then whatever you're doing just cannot become profitable. And then like you need to be able to, you have to do them. You do the things that you say that you're gonna do, because that's like your word, and you can use your word to do cool things. So then we have things below, things I have to do, things I want to do, right? If I do everything, which, I will do everything that's board on this section today. So once I do those things, then I can like, okay, I can watch stuff, I can do whatever. So, that for me, this is looking up car stuff, because I have to deal with car stuff. And then this is like stuff that I'm just like, I'm going to do this tomorrow or later in the week. Like, I know I have to do them, or I know I want to do them, but I don't have time for them today. So just throw it to the side, and I can think about it later. And in the middle here, we have the science. The lovely science. I did pretty bad with both of these two top boards. I'm giving myself a bit of a break. Thinking about yourself, like, post-crisis, it's like, don't be too hard on yourself. You're just in a crisis. Right? Accountability has a start time, right? A lot of people who didn't forget about accountability started a long time ago, and they don't have to, like, continuously remember. But for me, starting day is today, and you will see the data in the future when it is complete in another video or something. But to start this process of collecting good data, I need to make a good chart. So my two important things like this, right? It's calories and weight. So just like a simple chart, you can do your chart however you want. This is just like right to long information, so I'm not going to also use charts or graphs, right? Calories in, 2,000 approximately. You want to keep it at. Weight, 393. Shocks! Yeah, but guess what? I'm 393, and you think about what's this fatso doing? Well, yeah, watch me in like a year from now, right? Go to my videos. Go like a year from now. Look what I look like. I'll be a lot different. You can count on that. Calories, 2K. Reading rate, so I'm going to have multiple books, multiple markers, so that I can see how many pages per day per book I can get. Because, like, if you want to, like, this book is going to be a lot different from this book when it comes to reading a single page of it, right? Because this page has, it has graphs, and it has a lot of numbers on it. But comprehending one page of this calculus book is fundamentally different from understanding one page. Well, not fundamentally. This is a bad example. Fundamentally different from one page of this astronomy book. They're two different books. So this way I can keep myself accountable to, like, not overwhelming myself with the amount of books I'm going to try to read at any given time, because I know I can only read a few at a time. Right now it's evidence suggests it's 0. So we're going to see what that number is. But I need to be able to make sure I'm doing something that I can actually do and not, like, unreasonably do something. So that way we can the amount of books will just be determined by color, so we don't have to have a bunch of charts. And then I have a little abbreviation here for a lot of these. These are exercises and stuff. So these are all exercises that I'm just going to do in my driveway. You need a jump rope for one of them. So buried entry right there is a jump rope. And then good running shoes, because I'm, like, fat as fuck. And I've been wearing slides, flip-flops. Because I think with Naruto, I was a weeb, bro. And I was, like, going to use jutsu on people. They were fucking me with my Akatsuki hoodie and shit. No, I just wore flip-flops since high school. My feet are kind of fucked up. But I have really nice running shoes, so I can do some good science. So we've got DOLC, duration of longest continuous sprint, and then on that graph as well is speed in kilometers per hour. Duration of longest continuous jogging period, measured by distance. Duration of longest continuous jump rope session with the amount of jump ropes. These three are, like, provided that I can actually, like, learn how to record the data, which I think I can. Hopefully in the next video there's an example of that, maybe not. But and then how did I feel today? So this is like, this will help me understand what happened if I see blips in the data. So I'll be like, oh, like, so I might write on the bottom for this one, right? it's gonna kind of be like I'm actually interested in knowing what that is because I have a couple theories for what it's gonna look like, but I think and the one thing is like I know it's gonna be on there is gonna be a few um like non-changing days and then a big change down and then a certain amount of time and a big change up. So when that happens, likely there's going to be holes in the data here where I lose accountability, which is what I'm trying to aim to not do. Or you might just see different numbers. So, right, as much as I can say that I was right or wrong about a certain thing about my past, I now know with this data, hopefully that I'm going to collect, what's going to happen. And I'm going to be a lot more accurate. And it's going to be great. So, if you are feeling down, if you know that you want to be somewhere else, or be something else, or be able to do something, or whatever, you want to change, and you don't know how, but you know what it is. Even if you don't know what it is, think about what it is. What do you want to change about yourself? Break it down. Think about how to do them. Break it down into bite-sized chunks. It's going to be a lot of chunks. But if you can just do one of those chunks every day and measure how you do those, it's a formula for success, baby.